Our planet is a blue planet, a world defined by its endless oceans. From the vastness of space, Earth glows with a deep, shimmering blue, a color that tells the story of life itself. The oceans cover more than 70% of our world's surface, shaping our climate, our weather, and the very air we breathe. Its vast oceans shimmer from space, reflecting sunlight in dazzling patterns that dance across the globe. These waters are not just boundaries between continents, they are the lifeblood of our planet, connecting every corner of the Earth. Beneath the waves lies a world of silent mountains, sweeping plains, and life more strange and wonderful than anything on land. Towering seamounts rise from the darkness, while deep valleys stretch for miles, home to creatures that defy imagination. Here, ancient species thrive in the shadows, and every inch of the seafloor teems with mystery. Sunlight filters through blue water, illuminating vibrant coral gardens and schools of shimmering fish. These reefs are underwater rainforests, bursting with color and life, where every crevice shelters a new discovery. The dance of light and shadow creates a living tapestry, a spectacle that has inspired explorers and scientists for generations. In the deep, where sunlight never reaches, creatures with their own lights drift like living stars. Bioluminescent jellyfish pulse with electric blues and greens, while strange fish flash signals in the darkness, communicating in a language of light. This is a realm where adaptation is key, and survival means inventing new ways to thrive. This hidden realm is the cradle of life, essential to the health of our planet. Every breath we take is connected to the ocean, as it produces more than half of the world's oxygen. Its currents regulate our climate, and its ecosystems support a web of life that stretches from the smallest plankton to the largest whales. For centuries, we saw the ocean as endless and indestructible. Early explorers gazed out at the horizon and believed the sea could never be tamed or exhausted. Its depths were a mystery, its resources seemingly infinite, and its power beyond our reach. But now, we know it's a delicate, interconnected system. Every part, from sunlit surface to deepest trench, plays a vital role. The ocean is a living network where changes in one area ripple across the globe. From the warm shallows to the icy abyss, each zone supports unique communities, all dependent on the balance of this vast ecosystem. The seafloor is a bustling metropolis, a nursery, a hunting ground, and a sanctuary. Here, young fish find shelter among rocks and corals, while predators stalk their prey in the shadows. Crabs scuttle across the sand, and octopuses blend into their surroundings, masters of disguise in a world of constant change. Kelp forests sway gently in the currents, creating underwater forests that provide food and shelter for countless species. Sponges filter water, cleaning and recycling nutrients, while tiny organisms break down waste, keeping the ecosystem in balance. Every organism, no matter how small, plays a part in this intricate web of life. And countless species depend on this unseen world. From the tiniest plankton to the largest predators, life on Earth is tied to the health of the ocean floor. These relationships have evolved over millions of years, creating a delicate balance that sustains us all. Yet this silent world faces a profound threat, one that's invisible but changing the ocean's chemistry and temperature. Human activity is altering the very fabric of the sea, as pollution, warming waters, and acidification disrupt the cycles that have existed for eons. We see the signs above: coral bleaching, shifting fish populations, and the loss of once thriving habitats. Fish migrate in search of cooler waters, while reefs turn ghostly white, stripped of the life that once flourished there. The health of the ocean floor mirrors the health of our planet. Its message is urgent, a warning that cannot be ignored. The choices we make today will determine the fate of this hidden garden and all who depend on it. We must listen and act to protect this hidden garden before its wonders are lost. Scientists, conservationists, and communities around the world are working together to restore damaged reefs, reduce pollution, and create marine reserves. Every effort counts and every voice matters in the fight to save our oceans. The time to act is now. The ocean's hidden garden is a treasure beyond measure, and its future is in our hands. By protecting it, we protect ourselves and ensure that its beauty and mystery endure for generations to come. Beneath the surface of our planet's vast oceans lies an invisible danger, one that most of us will never see, but which threatens the very foundation of life on Earth. This threat is the slow, relentless warming of the ocean's depths, a process happening far from the sunlight in the cold, dark waters that cover most of our world. Heat from the sun and our atmosphere doesn't just linger at the surface. Powerful ocean currents act like conveyor belts, mixing this warmth downward, carrying it thousands of meters below, where it accumulates over time and changes the very chemistry of the deep. For millions of years, the deep sea has been a place of remarkable stability, its temperature, pressure, and darkness providing a sanctuary for unique forms of life. But now, human-driven climate change is reaching even these remote depths, altering conditions that have remained unchanged for millennia. Our oceans have acted as a giant buffer, absorbing more than 90% of the excess heat trapped by greenhouse gases. This has shielded us from even more extreme warming on land, but it comes at a tremendous cost to the ocean itself. In the deep sea, even a tiny increase in temperature, a fraction of a degree, can have dramatic effects. Life here is exquisitely adapted to the cold, and any change can disrupt delicate balances that have existed for ages. As the water warms, deep-sea creatures struggle to breathe, to find food, and to reproduce. Their bodies and behaviors are finely tuned to their environment, and even subtle shifts can mean the difference between survival and extinction. The warming atmosphere above us is intimately connected to the ocean below. As air temperatures rise, so too does the ocean's heat content, and currents carry this energy all the way to the seafloor, impacting ecosystems we are only beginning to understand. The heat we generate today doesn't just disappear, it lingers in the ocean, setting in motion changes that will unfold over centuries, affecting not just marine life, but weather, sea levels, and the health of our entire planet. We have unwittingly triggered a powerful, long-lasting transformation in the largest living space on Earth, a space that covers more than 2/3 of our planet and supports life in ways we are only beginning to appreciate. Scientists around the world are racing to understand these changes, using advanced technology to explore the deep and gather vital data. Their work is crucial because understanding this hidden process is the first step to meeting the challenge and protecting our future. The ocean's silent warning is clear. If we listen and act, we can still make a difference. But if we ignore it, the consequences will echo for generations to come. Coral bleaching is the most vivid sign of a warming ocean. Corals are living animals relying on algae for food and color. When water warms, corals expel these algae, turning ghostly white. Bleached corals are starving. If heat persists, they die, leaving lifeless skeletons. Coral reefs support 1/4 of all marine species and protect coastlines. Mass bleaching events are now common, devastating places like Australia's Great Barrier Reef. The loss of reefs is an irreversible blow to biodiversity and a stark warning. A small temperature change can trigger a catastrophic chain reaction. The vibrant colors of reefs are a sign of ocean health. Bleaching is a silent alarm. We must reduce heat stress on oceans to give reefs a chance to recover. The ocean's seafloor is a world teeming with life, but as temperatures rise, this vibrant ecosystem faces unprecedented threats. Warming seafloors trigger a domino effect, sending shockwaves through the delicate balance of the marine food web, where every creature depends on another for survival. At the very foundation are plankton, tiny drifting organisms that fuel the entire oceanic food chain. As waters warm, plankton populations shift in both abundance and location, disrupting the timing and availability of food for countless species above them. This subtle change ripples upward, affecting everything from the smallest fish to the largest predators. Fish like cod, once abundant in cooler regions, are now forced to migrate in search of suitable habitats. Their departure leaves behind not only economic hardship for coastal communities that rely on fishing, but also creates mismatched food webs, where predators and prey no longer align in time or space. As these connections break, predators struggle to find food, while prey species may become overabundant or disappear entirely. This imbalance leads to starvation, population crashes, and a loss of biodiversity that weakens the entire ecosystem. Even the great whales, which travel vast distances to feed on krill, are not immune. As krill populations dwindle due to warming waters and shrinking sea ice, whales face longer migrations and less food, threatening their survival. Creatures anchored to the seafloor, like sponges and clams, have no escape from rising temperatures. Unable to move, they face the risk of vanishing forever, taking with them the unique habitats they create for other marine life. The disappearance of even a single species can set off a cascade of losses, unraveling the intricate web that holds the ecosystem together and pushing it closer to collapse. The rules of ocean life are changing at a pace faster than most species can adapt. Many marine animals are left disoriented, struggling to survive in an environment that no longer resembles the one they evolved in. Scientists and marine biologists are racing to understand these rapid changes, but we are only beginning to grasp the full consequences of a warming ocean and the complex interactions at play. The intricate web of life that has evolved over millions of years is now unraveling before our eyes, with each broken link making recovery more difficult. The time to act is running out. If we hope to preserve the ocean's rich diversity and the livelihoods it supports, urgent action is needed now, before the food web collapses beyond repair. Warming oceans are losing oxygen, creating vast dead zones. Warmer water holds less oxygen, suffocating marine life. These low-oxygen areas, once rare, are expanding rapidly due to climate change and pollution. Stratification, warm water sitting atop cold, prevents oxygen from reaching the depths. Fish can flee, but seafloor creatures like crabs and starfish are trapped and die. Dead zones now appear even in coastal waters, worsened by nutrient pollution. Habitats shrink, competition rises, and fisheries suffer. Entire regions become uninhabitable for marine life. The ocean, once the planet's lung, is now suffocating. We must reverse this trend before more life is lost. Ocean health is inseparable from human well-being. Billions rely on the sea for food and livelihoods. When fish stocks decline, communities suffer. The ocean regulates climate, absorbs carbon, and shapes weather. Healthy ecosystems protect coasts from storms and erosion. The ocean's biodiversity holds untapped potential for medicine and innovation. Allowing species to vanish closes doors to future discoveries. Time by the sea benefits our mental and physical health. The crisis facing oceans is a human crisis, threatening food, safety, and prosperity. Protecting the ocean is self-preservation. Our fate is tied to the fate of the sea. The cause of ocean warming is clear: our burning of fossil fuels. Carbon dioxide and other gases trap heat, thickening the planet's atmospheric blanket. The ocean absorbs most of this excess heat but now shows the strain. The warming seafloor is a symptom of our pollution. This is a global problem. Carbon from one country affects the whole world. Ocean currents distribute heat everywhere. We are all connected. The science is clear: human-driven climate change is altering our oceans. If we cause the problem, we can solve it. The challenge is not scientific, but one of will and action. We must end our reliance on fossil fuels. Only then can we protect the life that depends on a cool, healthy ocean. The situation is urgent, but not hopeless. Transitioning to renewable energy, solar, wind, tidal, can slow ocean warming. Creating more marine-protected areas gives marine life a chance to recover. Healthy, protected ecosystems are more resilient to climate change. Sustainable fishing practices help keep food webs intact. Consumers can drive change by choosing sustainable seafood. Governments and industries are beginning to act, investing in clean energy and ocean protection. The tide is turning, but we must move faster. Combining clean energy with direct ocean protection gives life a fighting chance. The path forward is clear, if we choose to take it. The challenge is vast, but every individual action matters. Raise awareness, talk to others, and use your voice for change. Reduce your carbon footprint, walk, cycle, save energy, cut plastic waste. Support ocean conservation groups with your time or donations. Choose sustainable products and seafood. Foster a sense of connection and responsibility to the ocean. Teach future generations to love and protect the sea. Let's be the generation that turned the tide, together, for the wonders beneath the waves.